I think we can call it the Unaffordable Act right now, because forget premiums going up because of it. The Government Accountability Office just said the taxpayers need to cough up another $2 billion just to up and run it. And even then, there's no guarantee the launch will be smooth or the launch will happen at all. Dr. Ben Carson saw all this coming, of course. He is the Director of Pediatric Neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins Hospital. Doctor, good to have you back.
Thank you.
These costs, as you know, Doctor, are escalating, and that's got a lot of folks worrying. Should they be?
They should be extraordinarily worried. You know, first of all, you know, this was supposed to be something to bring the cost of health care down. And of course, it's having exactly the opposite effect. The average family that has private insurance has already seen about a $2,500 increase. And there's no reason to expect that that's not going to continue to go up, because as the insurance companies are penalized, they're simply going to pass the cost on to the consumers. So, you know, we can look for a long upward spiraling cost spiral.
What do you make of the fact that so many low-income workers, to say nothing of the young that we need signing into this system to support it, are not doing so?
Well, you know, people are not going to do it if they're not forced to do it, and that was actually why, you know, Obamacare came along, because they felt that you needed to force people to do things because they would not do it on their own. To a degree that's true, but that's also part of a free enterprise system. But I think perhaps maybe making it attractive to people rather than bludgeoning them into it might be the better way to do it. And the real problem here is that you're taking a massive program and thrusting it without test onto an unsuspecting populace. You know, the smart thing to do is to take it piecemeal. Bit by bit, make sure this part is working, and then do the next part, make sure that's working, and the next part. That's the way intelligent people do things. And in fact, you know, to take something with many parts that have historically not worked very well, amalgamate them all together, and then say, now this is going to be super and everything's going to work perfectly, really doesn't make any sense.
You know, I know you're a great doctor. I've watched a lot of medical shows, so I think I qualify as an expert. But one thing, doctor, I've noticed is that there's a pattern to this, and it might be this, that the administration certainly wasn't, it isn't stupid about it. I think that there might have been part of a strategy to get, you know, employers to dump their workers because they couldn't afford the plans as they stood. To dump their insurance companies, to the point that so many insurance companies just keep hiking premiums to compensate, to the point that everyone runs to the government, and the single payer system that everyone was so loath to is the only thing ultimately we fall back on.
Well, you know, certainly that is a very viable scenario, and you know, I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but certainly if I were a conspiracy theorist, I would say that would work very well.
Well, you should watch more medical shows, because that's where I got this. But I mean, do you think that there's something to that, that by making it so uncomfortable, so painful, so just damn annoying, that if the alternative is the government just handling this, okay, boom.
Absolutely, and that's one of the reasons that I think is very important for many of us in the medical profession, in the business community, to put together right now something that works, something that is very, very effective, and something that is easily understandable, that truly is affordable. And some of us are working on that, and I think we will have it ready to go in time when this one falls apart.
You seem to think that's a given.
I can't imagine that it's not a given, quite frankly, looking at the escalating costs and recognizing that we're not going to be able to pay for it. I think everybody will be able to see that pretty soon. Combine that with the fact that now we want to put the IRS in charge of enforcing it. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. All right, doctor, thank you. It's always good seeing you.
You too.